Alright, here's a little SAT problem for us. It says if x is greater than x squared, which of the following must be true? This is a classic math problem. You can see if x is like a 2, 2 is never going to be greater than 2 squared. And if it's 3, yeah, this guy's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And if x is negative, well, when you square a negative number, a negative can never be greater than some number that's squared that becomes positive. So I know x can never be negative. I can see x can't be bigger than, well, what's going to get them really tied? Tied would be if it were 1. 1 would be greater than or equal to 1 squared. I can see that basically x is going to have to be a fraction like a half, because when you square a half, you're going to get a half times a half, which is a fourth. I can see that x is going to be between 0 and 1. It can't quite be 1. So I can see that it's got to be less than 1 or greater than 0. I can see that's going to happen. X squared being bigger than 1 has nothing to do with the problem. Okay, because if it's bigger than 1, then yeah, it's not going to make any sense. It's not going to work. So it's got to be 1 and 2, which I can see is going to be C. If I wanted to work this problem, I would go x minus, I would subtract x squared, okay, and that'll be bigger than 0. I simply subtracted x squared from both sides. I notice an x factors out. That'll leave me 1 minus x greater than 0. X times, well, I have x here and 1 minus x here greater than 0. I can separate into its pieces. X has to be bigger than 0. Now it's greater, so this is an or. 1 minus x is bigger than 0. Move your x over or subtract 1, however you're going to do it. Let's just move our x over. I added an x to both sides. That was poorly done. So I know x is bigger than 0 or x is less than 1, which is what I have right there. That's going to be my solution 1 and 2. Right there is how you do problem 17 if you want to show the math. But again, this is something constantly math teachers are trying to show you, getting you to think, and you should be able to see, oh, x has to be between 0 and 1, so it's got to be bigger than 0, because if it were 0, 0 isn't greater than 0 squared, and if it were 1, 1's not greater than 1 squared, so it's somewhere in between those two. Problem 17, the answer is C.